got an email from a reader, and he came to me and he was like, "Hey, Kevin, um, I'm looking at doing some video on my ski. When I go ride, what kind of GoPro mount should I buy?" So I write him back and I'm like, "Hey, thanks for the email. I personally own 5 different mounts and 2 different selfie sticks. Quite frankly, it all depends on what kind of filming you're planning on doing, how hard you ride, what kind of water conditions you're on. There's just too many things for me to answer." And he wrote back and he goes, "Okay, well, I'm looking at Amazon. I'm looking at some cheap offers. I'm gonna tell you, you get what you pay for when it comes to these things. There are a lot of cheap Chinese knockoffs, and you're gonna be like, man, I can pay $12 for this one or $70 for that mount. I'll buy the $12 mount." And I said, I can't tell you where to spend your money. When you get into the high dollar stuff, you're typically paying for the name when it's like the official GoPro stuff, but it's pretty damn durable. The only thing I can suggest is never go and do any GoPro filming without a big orange life jacket, the foam float on your cameras. I've lost 2 cameras, several $100s worth of cameras, learned from my mistakes. And he wrote me back a thank you note and was like, "Hey, that's great. That's awesome." And I was like, it's better safe than sorry. Maybe you should spend the money where it matters. And then he goes, "Yeah, I think I agree." All right, speaking of GoPros, you mentioned the orange floats on them. You ever have any issues of the salt water damaging the cameras? They make extra cases for them, but you can't use the floats. I've taken all of my GoPros out into salt water, and I have them all with the floats, big wraparound orange life jackets. And I've never had water intrusion, and I've physically stuck them underwater in salt water. Now I wash them off, and I don't let the salt water dry because it crusts up my camera, and then all my pictures turn out to be crap, which I'm sure you've seen some of our video, and it looks like crap because I'm not a professional videographer. But I really have not had problems. Typically, what I do when I'm done and I'm spraying salt away or soaping down my ski, is I take the GoPros out and I'll soap them down and let the salt away and let the soap do its job, and then you hose them off, and then you hose off the rest of them, and Bob's your uncle. You're done. You're good. So I really haven't had salt intrusion. I really haven't had that big of a problem. And yes, in fact, yes, the float, the actual GoPro float, will float with the adjustable extension neck, the real creaky, fully adjustable universal one, because those are full of air. And even if you have the big claw on it, the spring loaded claw, Mark, that's a good question. I have done testing with it, and it scared the pants out of me when I did it. But yes, they do float. I will tell you, the suction cup mount with the short arm will pull the camera underneath the water, but it won't sink. It won't go all the way down. It just has a lot of weight. So it's a little sketchier, but the way around that is to tie a daisy chain of zip ties. You take one, long zip ties, get the big long ones, make a loop, daisy chain another loop around it, and then zip tie it through something like your handlebars or something else that you can feed a zip tie through, and you'll never lose it. Ask me how I know, because I do it on really rough water. Hey guys, thanks for hanging out. This clip was taken from our weekly podcast that we record here every Sunday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you want to watch the whole video, you can go to the Watercraft Journal's YouTube channel, go to playlists, and then click on live sessions. You're going to see it there. Otherwise, go ahead and leave a like, a comment, and definitely subscribe to the channel. It helps us grow. And again, thanks again for watching our videos, and we hope to see you soon.